I really want to welcome Rad. Welcome to the COCF podcast. I'm really excited to have you here because in under a month now, we're going to be in Morocco. And I'm really excited about that. I know it's the second time I've been there with you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're an expert on Morocco?
I am Moroccan. I'm originally from Morocco. And I'm a tech entrepreneur. I have been living in the UK for 25 years, but I'm currently also an affiliate professor at University Mohammed VI Polytechnique, more precisely at the business school within 6P, Africa Business School, and in charge of a domain that is called Innovation and Technology Management. So I'm working particularly with the entire ecosystem of entrepreneurship and innovation in Morocco at this stage.
How would you describe the Moroccan entrepreneurial landscape? How would you describe it right now?
I think probably it's more the dynamics. It's really moving, it's growing. There are a lot of buzz, but there are still a lot to do because my view, it's only at its beginning. We see a lot of things happening in terms of technology, in terms of innovation, especially within this ecosystem of 6P and OCP. Just for OCP is the Office of Phosphate, which is actually the founder of this university, and they are promoting a lot entrepreneurship and especially deep tech within this area. By contrast to many other ecosystems or similar ecosystem, I think the focus is mainly on deep tech.
Oh, I like that. And is leadership evolving in Morocco? Is deep tech having an impact on the next generation of leaders in Morocco?
So I think there are, again, I think all of these things, we need to take it with a little grain of salt. So there was where it is. No, because that's where it's happening. There was the marketing, there was the push, there was the reality. Yeah. Is leadership evolving and developing? The answer is yes. Otherwise, I don't think there will be this kind of awareness or consciousness that there are things to do. However, is it at the stage where it should be? I don't believe so. And I think there was also a gap between some leaders, between some kind of companies or institution and the rest. So typically when I mentioned, for example, OCP, or I mentioned 6P, or I mentioned Africa Business School or other institution, the leadership is growing, especially in this large corporate.
What do you think caused that gap? That's really interesting you say that.
I think it's competence. I think it's resources. I think it's openness to other areas. Institution or ecosystem like OCP have the chance or the opportunity to be open and to see what is happening elsewhere. And they are developing also their style of leadership. And that is not necessarily, and they are open also to Africa and others. However, when you see within small, medium enterprises no, it's not yet there. But they are cheering
So they're not quite there yet. So what are the challenges that entrepreneurs are facing? Because obviously a lot of these larger companies and unicorns will come from these smaller businesses.
So I think the challenges, there are many. And first of all, I think definitely finance, for sure. I don't think that the whole investment venture capital is still understood more likely as loan. I think corporate venture is, funny enough, is developed more than venture capital. Private equity also is more. However, venture capital, business angel, we are not yet there. I think but this is my interpretation, there was a lot of copy and paste from models, namely the American model, and I'm not sure that it's always adaptable or can be adapted to the Moroccan and African system. So I don't think we can just copy and paste. I'm just going to give you this as an anecdote. I have been surprised, if not shocked, about some of the startups that, especially their valuation. The valuation at seed and pre-seed is so high. Actually, it's even higher than currently happening in the UK or in Europe. I see there was this, we want very quickly to be there. I see valuation and I'm going to try to link it to your question. I see valuation of pre-seed at $10 million or equivalent.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
And then you say,
well,
yeah. So
that's great. Getting another round after that, if you're not doing amazing things, you're just going to go fut because nobody's going to invest, or you're going to have a massive down round.
So for me, that's a sort of naivety here, because we want to be like them, we want to get there. But first of all, I'm not sure that this is the right valuation. It's not applicable to this market. But have you prepared everything to be there? Do you know what it takes to be there? And this is where we see the competence. This is where we see. So we copy the things, but we copy them just like copy, and we think it's going to work.
It's really interesting. So what do you think is driving the high valuation? What do you think is causing that? Because you can have a high valuation, but people don't invest. So are people investing at that high valuation, or is it high valuations and no investment?
So there are high valuation, no investment. For sure. There are high valuation and some people are investing, but I think it will crash. What is driving, I think, is mainly, as I said, the copy and paste, social media, the fact that people are looking and we say, we want to be there. Or also everybody want to create the unicorn. Again, is that really the model we want to be?
Everybody loves a unicorn, don't they?
Yeah, exactly. I haven't seen them in reality, but and then startup. And also there are some kind of competition in Africa. So definitely Nigeria had its first unicorn. So definitely Morocco and others say we would like also to have our unicorn. But so what is happening, it is becoming most, so you see incubators, accelerators, but it's becoming more event management, rather than putting the infrastructure for that. And this is not only in Morocco, that's in entire Africa, in Middle East, I have seen it elsewhere. Almost you can think it's a sort of movement or phase that you have to go through.
So building their own style, as it were.
Yeah,
I like that.
But I'm not sure, again, I'm not sure that it is the right thing, because definitely this is where we need awareness. This is where we need education to people to realize that a startup, or an enterprise, it's not something that's going to come in 1 or 2 years. It takes time. And it's going to, both for entrepreneur and for investors, it's going to take years.
It does. So that is interesting. So why do you feel, and maybe you've already answered it in one of your previous comments, is why do you think this is the right place for COCF to have the event in Morocco, in Marrakesh?
Yeah, so I think there is a whole dynamics. There are some talents also in Morocco, namely in areas like that are rooted in mathematics, or physics, or whatever. Therefore, technology, computer science, AI, to name there are good talents. And Morocco has shown recently some great success, including, for example, access into some of the best schools in France or the US or the UK. All these people are very well prepared. And these people currently are looking to be entrepreneur, because this is completely another mindset shift. That's more people don't want to be employed. They know that maybe employment is a different way. I think now that it's not just pure employment. So entrepreneurship could be one of the solutions. So that's growing. But Morocco as an economy in general, I think, is the gateway to Africa, especially for Europe and to West Africa, whether the French speaking or the other one.
And I was really impressed when I was there, and I was excited to go back again, is by the level of talent, but the level of like connected talent. There's lots of things going on, because having that community of people who you get immersed in it day after day, that immersion can really build talent and really reward passion and people's need for learning. I really enjoyed that. How can we help the leaders, the entrepreneurs for this COCF event? What can we do? How can we help?
I think it's definitely part of our DNA, if I may, is this education as COCF, is this education, is this awareness, is this wisdom. I'm more talking about the collaborative and the collective. If we take all the experience of the people we have within COCF, whether they are entrepreneurs, people who have exited, the number of failures we have, the number of challenges, and honestly, the number of challenges, the variety of entrepreneur or enterprises that we have, we can help. People still are mixing between startup, SMEs, family, and we have all these entrepreneurs now. There are things, so that's one thing. And in particular, I think for the next generation, for next gen, and this is, I believe, again, is one of our mission within COCF, is to educate, to nurture the next gen. And I think this is where we can help, either in collaboration with the university, 6P, and other ecosystems. And I think to be probably even maybe to be the first chapter for COCF Africa.
I think that would be amazing. And I think just sharing, and I think the thing that I love about COCF is pan-European. You get so many different viewpoints and experience from a diverse audience to understand the challenge that you're going through, so you can then make the right judgment call. And so I'm really excited. I'm really excited to see some local entrepreneurs, to work with them, and also to see some old friends, hopefully you at 6P as well. Any final words from you, Rad, as for anyone who's listening to this who wanted to have a call for action, maybe in Morocco, or innovation in general, for people who just are interested in how do I become an entrepreneur, or how do I become a successful entrepreneur?
I think definitely two things. I think definitely I would encourage people from COCF to participate, especially for the pre-event, and to come and see the ecosystem, the environment, to see. Don't forget, as I said, 6P has been founded by OCP, is the Office of Phosphate. 70 to 80% of the phosphate resource in the world for the next 300 years are in Morocco. Phosphate is very important for agriculture. So come and see what is happening for agri-tech and the food. So that's one of the areas. So I think that's one thing. On the other one, I think for the entrepreneur, I think is definitely don't copy and paste.
Yeah, interesting.
Build your own. And I'm talking here more about the entire entrepreneurship environment. Think about it. Adoption is more important than adoption. So I think this is, you'll have to study and be patient. So it's not something, if this is a long journey. Entrepreneurship is it's a marathon. It's not something that you think you're going to get in a few years and become rich. That's not how it works.
You do it for the journey. I think also, I really like that point about copy and pasting, because you can try and copy and paste from books, from videos, from things that we do. I think the thing that I find the most useful is talking with people, testing ideas, testing theories, thoughts, and then adapting them as you go through. So Rad, thank you so much for your time. I cannot wait to see you in Marrakesh, and let's see how we can help in whatever way we can. And everybody's listening, if you're in Morocco, Marrakesh, reach out. We'd love to chat. Or if you want to come over to Morocco, Marrakesh for our summit, or any of the summits next year, just get in touch with us.